Joining me now in studio is Pras, the two-time Grammy Award-winning rapper, musician, best known as one of the founding members of the hip-hop group the Fugees, which also included his cousin Wyclef Jean and recording artist Lauryn Hill. He's also the producer and star of the critically acclaimed film Sweet Micky for President. Sweet Micky follows Pras as he returns to his ancestral home of Haiti following the devastating earthquake of 2010 to find a corrupt government in paralysis with no political experience or money. Pras mobilizes a presidential campaign for the unlikeliest of candidates, Michelle Martelly, also known as Sweet Micky, one of Haiti's most popular and outlandish pop stars. Along the way, they face government opposition, dirty tricks, civil unrest, even Pras' own cousin and former bandmate, Wyclef Jean, who also entered the presidential race. It's pretty wild, right? You were born in Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
Do you consider yourself Haitian?
Well, I'm Haitian by blood, but I'm American first. But my blood is Haitian.
After the earthquake, you went down?
Yes.
Remember the first trip?
I do.
What was it like?
I mean, it was almost like the black hole just opened up in Haiti. You know, it was devastating.
Were you politically active before this?
No.
So what got you involved to be political, to get involved in a presidential race, and wound up doing a film?
Well, it all stemmed from when I saw a coverage on CNN with the president at the time, Pras, and the reporter asked him, "So where are you staying tonight?" And he said, "I don't know." And that just struck something with me. You know, as a leader, you don't know where you're staying. So in my mind, it was more like, what kind of message are you sending to the rest of the Haitians? If their leader don't know where he's staying, imagine how they feel, you know? So felt like I needed to do something.
So why Michelle Martelly? Were you a friend of his?
Definitely, he was a friend. It was just the first thing that popped up in my head. I thought about, let me try to find someone that can really do something for Haiti, not the status quo, not the conventional politician. And so he was the first guy. And I know, you know, obviously I know he didn't have no real political resume to himself, but I knew he was active. And I knew that he really loved his country. And I knew he was very popular, and I know people loved him. Now, I don't want to mistake popularity to mean that you can lead, because there's a lot of popular people that people don't necessarily want to see them lead.
Right, like Snoop Dogg for president. That would be an example, right?
Right.
He was kind of an outlandish sort of star, right?
Oh yeah, he was, I mean, this guy used to cross-dress, wear diapers on stage, you know, he was very provocative. But people were still revered. They had this thing for him, this affinity. They respected him, even though he was outlandish, like you said. And so I just tapped him. I said, you know, Michelle, you should run for president of Haiti.
What did he say?
You know, in the beginning, he looked at me like, what are you talking about? You know, because it was just, we didn't know what we were doing. It was just an idea. It was just, let's do something for the people. You know, and I think because the intent was good and it was innocent is what led us to the end result.
What was the #1 issue that elected him?
I think there's people who wanted an alternative to what they were used to seeing.
How many men ran?
Maybe like 25, kind of like the GOP.
All right, we're going to show you a clip from the movie Sweet Micky for President. You produced all this,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Watch.
Well, I was born in Brooklyn, but Haiti is my lifeblood. My parents could have decided not to come to America. I could have been one of those kids.
There is still plenty of frustration with the government there over the slow progress of rebuilding.
Everyone wants work in the government. They don't.
You need someone who can inspire the people. So I called my friend Michelle Martelly. I was like, you know what? You need to run for president of Haiti.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty, mighty good man. Say it again now.
For over 20 years, he's been one of Haiti's favorite musicians, both outrageous and outspoken.
And then from that point, we like basically talking every day.
I read on the internet that you used to wear diapers when you were performing.
That's the artist, that's the actor.
Micky, the president, cannot run Haiti.
Are you running to become the next president of Haiti?
Wycliffe Jean is running for president.
Pras Michel said you lack a definitive plan to bring Haiti into the 21st century.
Pras was saying that he'd support your opponent, Sweet Micky.
I guess there won't be another Fugees album.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty, mighty
It was
good man.
a circus.
Mighty, mighty good man.
I started to get a sense that the government was paying attention. They didn't like what they saw, so they made their move.
Everyone is on board. Everyone.
The unrest was spreading, and the people were not backing down.
It doesn't matter. We're going to win somehow. The people won't let it go through this time.
Well, I can't wait to see that. That looks terrific.
Yeah, it's a ride.
How long has he been president now?
It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. So they just had an election actually a couple weeks ago.
He was reelected?
Well, he can't run twice. He's going to do one term.
How did he do?
He did okay.
Just okay?
Well, I mean, listen, Larry, when you support someone, anyone, and even here in the States, you wish that person could do everything that you...
Of course.
And sometimes there's a lot of variables that come into play that's unforeseen or that he can't control.
Right.
So I would have loved for it to be something spectacular. I would have loved for him to be the next Churchill or Roosevelt, Unfortunately, it wasn't. But Haiti's a tough place.
I'll bet.
If Abraham Lincoln came back to life and ran for president, he would have had a hard time,
Who's president now?
They're still waiting to see the results, yeah.
Is Wycliffe running again?
No, he's not.
Are you friends with him now?
Yeah,
or?
we're friends. But you know how politics is. When it's contested, it's politics. After the politics is done, it's a whole new chapter.
Is Haiti basically corrupt? What's wrong? Goes back to Papa Doc.
Well, I think, first of all, you got to think about it. Michel Martelly is the third Democratic elected president in 207 years of his independence. So when you talk about democracy, it's it's at an infancy stage for Haiti. I mean, right here in America, technically, there's corruption on the government level too. It's just a different style of corruption. Right? We have special interests, we have corporations. Lobbyists. It's different, it's a little bit more sophisticated, where Haiti is more like on the open. But, they're working it out.
Any chance of Fugees getting back together?
Wow.
Is there? Well, that pause gives me pause to think there is.
I don't know, Larry, I don't know. I mean, right now, I think the focus for me is really trying to help these 15 million Haitians down in Haiti, whatever way I can. And with this film, we've been having a lot of great support, and the Haitians been feeling very positive because it's a film that's showing them in a positive light. The history, the culture, the relevancy, the resilience, and so that's what I'm trying to work on. The Fugees was a great chapter in my life. If it comes through, great, but I don't really see it right now in the horizons.
What are you doing professionally?
This movie, I'm promoting this movie.
That's it?
For now, and then obviously I'm gonna continue to do more films and some music. But right now, Sweet Micky for President comes out wide in January, so we're focusing getting geared up for that to really spread it out. It came out 1 week in LA, come out another week in New York, and then we go wide in January. And we're just trying to get the word out there and get people to support.
Are you supporting any candidate in the current election?
No, I'm not.
Is there a favorite?
No.
How do you like being involved in politics?
I believe as artists, and I would like to think you're an artist also, we have a platform, and our platform is to try to help, because that's what we're supposed to do. When you look at Plato, Aristotle, back in those days, those guys were walking around the planet just giving people knowledge because they had it, right? So I think as an artist, especially me being Haitian, knowing what my country needs, that's my job to try to help out also through my platform. As far as ambition to run for office or help some kind of political office, I have no ambitions at all. You know, but if I can help, you know, just like, for example, in the 08, 012, you know, I helped with the Obama campaign. He's a friend. I helped the way I felt like I can, raising money, putting the word out there. But I don't want to be part of that system. You know, politics is, you know, it's dirty.
Yeah.
And it's heavy.
Doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but when you have, once again, special interest group lobbyists and corporations, when their hands are in it, that's when it becomes something else.
Are you supporting anyone in the American race?
Yes.
Who?
Hillary.
Like, you got no other choice, right?
No, it's not that I have any other choice, but I do like, you know, I like some of the programs that she's, you know, supporting, you know. I mean, you know, on the other side, it's a little bit...
What do you make of Mr. Trump?
Fascinating. Interesting.
How about Dr. Carson?
That is a little bit weird to me, you know. I just think that if you're going to run for that position, you should do your homework, right? The fact that he couldn't really name any leaders who he would call to fight against ISIS, it's very simple. Just say, well, maybe the Prime Minister of London, or Putin, or...
You thought China was in Syria.
I mean, and then they came back and said, well, no, he meant the equipment. Come on, dude, come on.
Pras, it's great having you here.
Thank you for having me, Larry.
I wish you nothing but the best with Sweet Micky, too.
Thank you, thank you.
Sweet Micky will open wide in January,
Yes,
right?
sir.
The film Sweet Micky for President is in theaters now in New York and L.A., soon showing in other cities starting wide in January. For more information on the film, go to sweetmickyforpresident.com.